and welcome back once again to the Science Breakfast with me, Alan Hubbard, and sign language interpreter this morning is Gideon Miner. And we are here with our second conversation for the day, and we're going to be talking about political parties and the role that the ORPP plays in political parties, because we are gearing up for political season, which is going to be heated only 20 months away, as we are even coming out of a political by-elections, and it is very important that we have this conversation right about now. And joining us to have that conversation is none other than Mr. Alocha Erukudi. I hope I've gotten the pronunciation right.
Correct.
Sometimes you have guests and you butcher their names, and it is not good at all. He is the registration, he works at the registration department, the office of the registrar of political parties. Karibu sana, and thank you very much for making time for us to have this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Good morning. How have you been? It's hard to ask you what you've been up to. You might not tell us the entire bill. But how have you been, and greet our viewers this morning?
Yes. Yeah. We are doing well as an office.
All right.
Yeah.
Yourself, how have you been?
Correct, yes. I'm also doing well, just like the office.
So whatever the office is going through reflects right through you.
Correct.
Extensively, tell us a little bit about the ORPP. How integral is the ORPP? Because we only get to hear about the ORPP when it's 2027, everybody, or when it's an electioneering period, and everybody's scrambling to find a political party that they want to run with, and we never hear about it in the years probably after the election, but only during close to the election itself.
Yeah, maybe I need to correct that.
Yes.
The office of the Registrar of Political Parties,
yes,
is active throughout the electoral cycle.
Yes. I've not said it's not active. It's active, but we seem not to hear it so much in the news, only until when it's the electioneering period.
Yeah. I would like to confirm that our mandate is continuous, even after elections.
Yeah.
We have 3 major mandates in the office of the Registrar of Political Parties, registration of political parties, administration of the political parties fund, and of course regulation of the already registered political parties. It's important to mention that we have a presence in 13 regions across the country. And in those 13 regions, sensitization of our mandate, as well as generally what we do as an office, is being undertaken. Possibly you have never had it, but for a majority of the Kenyans, this office is known across the country because of what we do. It's important to mention for the benefit of the viewers that as we speak now, we have 91 fully registered political parties. 91 fully registered political parties.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes. And I am aware that the Registrar of Political Parties, my boss, may be issuing another certificate in the next few days. So meaning...
Taking the total to 92.
Correct, taking the total to 92. It's important also to mention that registration of political parties is categorized into 2. There is provisional registration and there is full registration. Under full registration, I've already said we have 91, adding to 92 in the next few days. Under provisional registration, we have 28 provisionally registered political parties. Once they meet the legal threshold in terms of opening 24 county offices and 1 head office, and recruiting 24,000 members across the country, at least 1,000 in 1 county, and that will happen in 24 counties, then the transition to full registration. Yes.
So if the 29 then become political parties, then
we have
28.
Yes.
If the 28 become political parties, then we have a total of about 110 political parties in the country.
I can confirm you are good in mathematics in school, yes.
Mathematics here, moja mbili, but when you start Pythagoras, that is where we zone out. That is where we zone out.
Yeah.
I know when you have given the difference of the political parties that exist,
Yeah.
you have sort of explained what really a political party is, but could you now specifically help us to understand what is a political party? Because sometimes we only know
Yeah.
the most famous
Yeah.
and not get to understand what these other political parties are.
Yeah.
What defines a political party?
Pursuant, you'll allow me to cite the legal framework
Yeah.
for the benefit of our viewers.
Yeah.
Pursuant to Section 2 of the Political Parties Act, Cap 7D, a political party is defined as an association with a unique ideology,
Yeah.
and one of its functions is to nominate candidates for purposes of elections.
Yeah.
The same way, I'm sure Kenyans are aware of the 24 by-elections that took place the other day. Basically, political parties nominating candidates for
Yeah.
those elections. That is a political party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. And then what role do you play as the ORPP, say in the 24 by-elections that have just concluded the other day?
We play the role of first, the registrar of political parties like calling our office as the coach, IBC being the referee. As the coach, basically, the registrar of political parties registers
Yeah.
those political parties under Section 34 of the Political Parties Act.
Yeah.
The registrar of political parties monitors all the activities of the political parties, including, of course, those by-elections. We have a role in training the agents of political parties. Of course, you are aware that the agents play an integral role
Yeah.
during the by-elections. Yes, registering political parties, training the agents, ensuring that the political parties comply with the code of conduct,
Yeah.
which is basically the first schedule of the Political Parties Act. Yeah.
You know, this one I'm going to admit on air. I've
Yeah.
never known that it is the role of the ORPP to train agents of political parties. I've always thought that it is the role of parties themselves to have agents within every polling station where elections are going to be held. If it is not confidential information, what goes into training an agent? Because even when you look at the by-elections that happened,
Yeah.
you hear an agent complaining here, you hear an agent complaining there. How does the training look like?
Basically telling them their role during the election day. Okay, of
Yeah.
course, before the election day and during the election day, because you are aware, basically their role is to observe all the by-election activities,
Yeah.
or even general election activities, just to ensure that the proper procedures are followed from, of course, a day before the election or by-elections. Is the opening of the ballot papers, distribution of the materials, of course, the election day activities,
Yeah.
observing the opening of the emptiness, of course, of the ballot boxes,
Yeah.
up to the counting of. So basically, the training involves what they are supposed to do before, during, and even after the general election, because after elections,
Yeah.
we expect the agents to report to the political parties or the candidates
Yeah.
who nominated them. So basically, we are giving them information. We
Yeah.
are empowering them so that they do not go to polling stations and start possibly doing the work of IBC or any other role. Yeah, because now there should be a boundary between what they do as a candidate
Yeah.
and, of course, what IBC does in line with Article 88 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010.
Yeah. If you do not explicitly refer to the law,
Yeah.
then you find that there is a very thin line
Yeah.
between what IEBC does and what the Register of Political Parties does. Could you kindly help us clearly tell the difference between? Of course, you've used an example that IEBC is the referee,
referee, yes.
and the ORPP is the coach.
Yeah.
Could you sort of extrapolate it a little bit further for our viewer to understand that that difference? Because some even think that agents are a responsibility of the IBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one, the register of political parties registers political parties. That is the
one.
first.
Yes.
They register the political parties,
Yeah.
and then prepare those political parties to participate in elections. How do we do that? According to Section 27
Yeah.
of the Elections Act, 6 months to the party nominations, political parties are supposed to submit their rules to IBC for certification.
Yeah.
But before they submit to IBC, the Register of Political Parties has a role to review those rules and certify them. Once IBC receives those rules,
Yeah.
they are required to review them within 14 days of
Yeah.
receipt from political parties,
Yeah.
and they issue what is called by law a compliance certificate. It is
Now the rules.
correct, yes. It is now the compliance certificates that will allow them to participate in elections.
election.
Without that compliance certificate,
They cannot
they
participate.
cannot participate in elections.
Yeah.
But of course, as I've already said, the issue of training of agents, making sure that both Kenyans in the 13 regions, our officers conduct sensitization of the right so that Kenyans can be able to know their rights even
Yeah.
during the election period. Yeah, so basically, we register political parties, we train agents, we prepare the political parties who are our major clients for purposes of elections. Even during the election, we still participate.
Yeah.
The law obligates 3 entities, that is IBC, ORPP,
Yeah.
and political parties to work together
unison.
during the election period.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've spoken about the laws, the rules. Then does ORPP play any role in? And this is a question that is very important even
Yeah.
for our demographic, that is
Yeah.
persons with disabilities, in terms
Yeah.
of political participation.
Yeah.
You've spoken about the rules, but do you also participate in the names that get to be nominated by the parties that then are submitted to IEBC?
Are you referring to the party list?
Yes, exactly that is what. You're like, don't beat around the bush. Go straight to the point. Yes, the party list.
Yes.
Does the ORPP also play a role in the party list, or you only
Yes.
play a role in the legislation, the
Yes,
regulations?
yes. Pursuant to Section 34 of the Political Parties Act,
Yeah.
the register of political parties is required by law, obligated by law, to certify
Yeah.
that list
Yeah.
before submission
To
to
IEBC.
IEBC. The register of political parties is required to ensure that the persons in a party list truly belong to
That political party.
that political party. So once that certification has been done, that is the only time it is forwarded to
Yeah.
to IBC.
Yeah.
So that now, that will make sure that political parties do not submit persons other than members of their political parties
party.
to IBC.
Now, why I've asked this question, and you might not answer now, but I
Yeah.
want you to think about it, because this is very important for our demographic that we speak to.
Yeah.
You found situations in certain counties. For instance, right now, in over 37 counties, or 34, if I don't get the mathematics wrong,
Yeah.
there is no representation of persons with disabilities at the county assembly. And when you look at how the party lists were sent to now, and the understanding of ORPP and then to IEBC, there were names of persons with disabilities in these lists for nomination. But now, how come after the election has concluded, there are no people to represent these special interest groups in the political parties, or even at at the different leadership positions? That is a question that I want you to think about, and probably give our audience an answer, because 2027 is just around the corner. And when I talk to some of the persons with disabilities in this space, they've sort of lost faith in the political participation process. So you are here at the right time, and I hope that you're going to give us an answer that will sort of soothe their souls to take up political participation, because it's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. I want us to take a quick break. When we come back,
I can answer that before we go for break.
you want to answer immediately?
Yes.
All right. Shoot.
ORPP is always prepared to answer
Any questions?
all
that come
questions.
up?
Yes. Yeah. Now, I cited Section 34
Yes.
of the Political Parties Act.
Yeah.
Under that section, the Register of Political Parties only has one role, in that list
Yeah.
to certify whether the persons in that party list
belong
are
to that
members.
political party.
Yeah, that is the role given to. I like the way you had asked, for the sake of the viewers,
Yeah.
for me to identify the boundary between
IBC,
ORPP
yeah.
and IBC.
Yeah.
So now, once we confirm that the members in the party list
Yeah.
are members of that political party, we now hand over. We now allow the political party
Yeah.
to submit that party list to IBC, so that now IBC also has a role
Yeah.
in for purposes of reviewing that party list to ensure that it complies with the law. My proposal as a bystander, in that process, because we don't have any other in that process, is that you may want either to invite one of the IBC persons here, or the leaders, the formation. I'm sure you have leaders.
Yeah.
I hope you are not leaderless like. Agencies. Yeah. I'm sure they now have a leader now.
Yeah.
The leadership of that formation may want to consider also visiting IBC, so that you can be able to, of course, our people will also be involved, because all of us, all Kenyans, including the viewers of today, have a role in this process, so that now we may have that discussion round table, so that we can be able to deal with that issue, because it's a requirement in law that persons with disabilities are supposed to be included in both appointive and elective positions. That is what Kenyans said in Article 54 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010.
Yeah. So you've exonerated, let me use this word. You've exonerated yourself, and you've said yours is only to confirm that Alan Herbert is a member of political party X. Once you do that, the rest is up to IEBC and the political party itself.
I've not said that. I've not said that. Okay. What I'm saying.
I'm misconstruing your words.
Yes. What I'm saying is that once we can have that conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All the
stakeholders,
the political parties, IBC or RPP can have that conversation, so that we implement the law as it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Now let us take that break that I had requested for.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about one part of the role that ORPP plays that has been very contentious among its political parties, the management of the political parties fund. And this fund also, could we also have, of course, this is solely dependent on the political parties themselves if they decide, but from a political parties or from a ORPP, your business is solely to develop, is part to develop the political growth and participation of persons in Kenya. Have you ever thought about probably also affirmative action from the ORPP's perspective to develop persons of special interest who sometimes their political parties forget them? Probably that will also increase the numbers of persons such as those who get to participate in political processes. That do not answer right now. We are going to answer that.
Even if I'm prepared.
Even if you're prepared, hold your horses. So we're going to be back immediately after.